Good morning, everybody. On the way to work now. It's just after 5 a.m. This is Friday. I've got another big weekend of working around the farm. Well, everybody, it is 2:15 in the afternoon, and I am headed back to the farm for the weekend. I haven't really put together a list of chores for the weekend, but I'm sure once I get there, it won't be too hard to do. Okay, so the first project this weekend, it's 2:50 in the afternoon right now. I just pulled in the driveway, is my dash cam. Hopefully you guys can see that. I can't really see the camera from where. Let me adjust you. There we go. Hopefully you'll stay solid right there. So this is my dash cam, and my mount broke yesterday. So it's kind of sucks because there's nothing wrong with the camera. As you can see, it still turns on. It still does what it has to do, but the mount broke. And the mount is not something that you can purchase separate. So this camera is pretty much junk to me now. So I'm going to hang on to it because someday I might find a mount that it works with. But today we got this new 1080p NextBase dash cam, and it's going to be interesting. I believe it's bigger. It's supposed to be clearer, so I'm going to go ahead and open it up here and see what we got to do to get this thing installed in the truck. Oh sweet, look at that. It comes with a sticker, like a window sticker. So it's backwards because it goes on the inside of the window, but I might stick that on, I might not. Here's the camera. It's actually packaged. Let me show you how this thing is packaged. It's actually packaged very well in foam and everything, so I'm mostly interested about the camera itself. Alright guys, so I got it up there. And I'm not sold yet because it's got this big clunking thing hanging down here, and I don't like that much. I wonder if I could use the other. I might be able to use the power supply that I've already got. I'm probably going to try to do that. I got it up there with the suction cup mount, got that figured out. But time will tell whether I like it or not. We'll just have to wait and see. So really quick, I wanted to share this. And I'm going to relocate the camera, but I can run this camera off of USB off of my truck, which I could not do with the other one. So that is a fix for that big clunking thing in the way. I just need a little bit longer USB cable and we'll be good to go. Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday morning, 5:30. The sun is just starting to come up, and it's time to start the weekend farm chores. So we've shown our new weather station a couple of times on this channel so far. As you see, we got current 1 mile an hour, average 2 mile an hour, peak 4 mile an hour wind. Well, the weather station on top of the little temporary chicken coop, I don't really like. So I'm going to go mount it actually at the peak of the roof of the house. The directions say that it should be mounted like way up above everything else that could block the wind. So I'm going to mount it up there right now. I'm going to go as quick as I can so we can get an accurate measurement. 2, 1, and 4. Remember that. So it is a little bit crooked up there, but I'll straighten that out after I see if this is actually going to work, which I believe it will. I mean, there's no getting any higher than that, huh? We'll see. So I have to give Ace Hardware a shout out here. I tore the saw apart, and that sucks. I tore the saw apart, and one of the studs was like stripped out from assembly, and they chased the threads and gave them back to me, but they're still messed up. But I brought the CS303T back there. First I sent them a message on Facebook, said what do we need to do about this, and they said no problem, bring it in, we'll fix it. I brought it back there. They said they were really busy, they'll fix it, but they couldn't right then and there, so I told them no problem, just call me when it's done. And I no sooner got home, like 20 minutes after I dropped it off, they called me and said, come get your saw, it's fixed. So huge props to Ace Hardware for doing that. It was the right thing to do. With a brand new saw, the studs shouldn't be stripped on it. So that's awesome, makes me happy, and that's why I go there. Now, to put this saw back together. Put the gloves on. Don't want to get my hand all... I was going to clean this out, but that was yesterday. Now I just want to get it back together. And it really doesn't need a cleaning. It's really not that bad. I don't like how the chain is, you know, I mean, it's not difficult. You saw I just put it right in there. But, I mean, it's a small saw, so there's not a lot of room for stuff like that. But it'd be nice if it was, to give you a little bit more space in there. I'm going to have to readjust everything in here because they unadjusted it. And sorry guys, I'm just looking in here. They unadjusted it to check for fitness and everything, which, I mean, it's okay. I didn't have the chain or anything with me, or I'm sure they would have put it back together, but I'd rather do that myself anyway. Gosh, like I said, there's no room for error in here. Well, that goes back together much better. Before you were fighting with this one nut here. Just to try to get the thing on, it was miserable. There sure is a lot of play in that bar. I don't remember there being that much, but I could be wrong. All right. We should be good to go. tighten that up again before I use it next, but for storage purposes, it's good. What's up, guys? So I'm pretty excited right now. I've wanted to get one of these for some time now. This is the cheapest weed eater that our local Lowe's sells. I know, it's weird. I've wanted to get one for a long time. It's a Boland's 25cc BL 110 2-cycle trimmer. I've got one, well, it's right down below you. I can't really show you. But I bought that for my son, and I don't want to mess it up. The whole reason I got this thing is to destroy it, for the most part. I want to learn how to work on, modify, blah blah yada yada. Got a new shoulder strap for it too. And since I have some weed eating to do, we're gonna get right to work. Where did my cutter go? Here, guess I can use this one. So we'll do a quick unboxing here if we could. Alright, throw that out. So here's the bottom of it. As expected, it came with this cheap orange line. I'll go ahead and use that up. I used the gray serrated Husqvarna. Oh my goodness. Good Lord, I like that. That looks pretty beefy. I'm sure it's not, just because it's a cheap weed eater, but it looks pretty beefy. I like that. Alright, so we'll set this down. So I'm going to assemble this thing just as it is intended to assemble. And I'm going to run it, get it all broken in. Can we get rid of this now? Yeah, sure we can. There she is. So I'll run it, I'll get it all broken in, and we'll go from there. Like I said, I want to learn how to modify and work on weed eaters and stuff. So that's the whole reason I got this. I'm not sure why it has no screws in there. It leads me to believe that it should have come with some, but maybe they're in here. Let's tear this bag open and see what we think. I mean, for being a cheap department store weed eater, it's a good looking machine. Okay, no screws in there. Oh yeah, we got a couple in here. Good. I was sure they were not gonna leave me hanging with no screws to put it together, so good. I was worried there for a minute, you know. So I mean, guys, I'm gonna treat this just like all my other ones. I'm gonna take care of it, but when it comes to like porting and polishing and modified exhaust, stuff like that, I want to learn how to do stuff like that, and I don't want to learn how to do it on my expensive Husqvarna weed eater, because that would not be smart. So we'll learn on this one, so that way if for some reason we blow it up or we destroy it, we're only out $79.99 or whatever the heck it costs. It was something like that. It's under $100. I think it came out to right about $100 after tax or something, I don't remember. And like I said, I got my GoPro mount right here, so that's going to be mounted to it permanently. That'll be fun. Assembly is pretty straightforward. If you guys have ever assembled something like this, it's pretty much the same with all of them. Like I said, I've got some I got my lawn mowed today, and now I have to go and do some weed eating around the, you know, the edges and stuff. So we use this bad boy to do that. It is very warm in this shop. Over 100 degrees right now. Put that on there, and while we're at it, we will open up the shoulder strap. This is the same strap I use on my Husqvarna. I love that thing. Works out very, very good. And I mean, in my opinion, guys, you cannot do without a shoulder strap. It's necessary. My back is so screwed up from, you know, all the years of not using shoulder straps and stuff. It's ridiculous. Just use one. Don't try to be a tough guy. Just use a shoulder strap, trust me. Even now, my back has a hard time running a weed eater, just because of how I've screwed it up over the years. So, like I said, use a shoulder strap. Be smart. Don't be like me. We're almost assembled. Kind of get a feel for it to know where you're gonna want this handle moved up a little bit before I tighten it down. Right about there. Yeah, that feels good. And you know what, guys? I'm not even going to tune it. I mean, I'm going to tune it, but not right now. I'm going to run it a little bit, get the work done out of my property that I got to get done. Then I'll probably, I don't know if it'll be on this video. It might be on this video, but I will eventually be tuning this, maybe on this video after I get this work done. But I'm going to mount the GoPro to it so you guys can follow me in the work. It's a pretty cool mount I got for the GoPro. It's all aluminum to mount to like weed eaters and stuff like that. But the only problem is being all aluminum. It seems like no matter how much you tighten the little camera mount on there, it doesn't tighten. You almost have to use a wrench to mount your camera to it, because it's just ridiculous. Tighten down nice and good. And I'm going to run only my Husqvarna fuel through here. Let me grab the GoPro. Alright. I'm going to run only my Husqvarna fuel through here because it's got a higher oil mix to it, and I like being safe. Better be safe than sorry, you know what I mean? So that's wrenched down about as tight as I can get it. You can see it still wobbles. So let me see if I can get I don't like using a wrench on something like this, but got to be tightened down enough, at least for the camera to stay still while you're doing your thing. Alright, let's get some fuel in it and start her up. Alright guys, this will be the first start on the, what was it? BL110, the Bohlins BL110. I think I'll set out to kill this tank of fuel today. Get one whole tank through it, and then get it in here and get it tuned. What's going on with it? There we go. Alright, let's adjust you guys. Here we go. Choke. Here we go. Sounded like it tried to go. Sounds pretty good, huh? Like I told you before, the Huawei kit, toolkit or whatever, God, it's a must. It really is for stuff like this. I mean, it's kind of a pain because I don't leave it. I should probably keep it organized a lot more than this, but that one? I think it's that one. Yes, it is. Yes, indeedy. Okay. For adjusting these small engines, this is just amazing. Get the strap off over here. Let's get the GoPro off. Get this all tore down to its native state. Good gosh, how tight did I tighten that? Oh, I got some grass on the GoPro lens. Alright, so let's start by getting our idle right. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'll tell you that right now. I don't know what I'm doing. Do you need a drink? Because it's hot in here. It's like 120 in this metal building right now. So let's get our idle straight. first and foremost. You guys see what's going on there? That should not be happening. And it won't happen once we get it tuned. My goodness. There we go. Holy crap. Is the switch messed up or something? What is going on? I can smell gas big time. Alright, let's set her down here. Woo, let's fix that. Now the kicker. Did we tune it right to start right away? Oh, come on. This is getting old. Pretty awesome. There it is. So you've got to, anytime you get one of these department store or anything, even my Husqvarna, one of the first things I did, I ran it around for a little while, and then I tuned it, and just made it run good, which is what we've just done with this thing.
important to note is these things are not meant to be snappy. They're not professional. They're not, I mean, they're barely machines at all. But let's check out this air filter while we're thinking about it. Good gosh, I got this thing snapped in here with. Ah yes, as I suspected, just your cheap little foam. Not a whole ton we can do about that, but we'll deal with it. Get that in there properly. Closed. Alright, well, I am excited to see how this turns out. Unbelievable. So there it is. Time will tell. It's going to be very interesting. I'm not sure what the first modification I'm going to do to it is going to be, but it'll be fun nonetheless. So, alright, on to the next one. Alright, so no joke, just to make sure it works. It's been a couple hours since the last part of this video that you guys just saw. So we're going to... Can we balance the camera right there? Yes, I do believe we can. We have our BL110 right here. And let's test it. So she still needs a little bit of tuning work. That is pretty obvious after seeing that. Anything less than starting up on the first pull, I am not going to deal with. So, but no, it's not that big of a deal. We'll get it taken care of, and good times. I've already actually, let me see if I can move this. I don't have a lot of room in here, guys, because I've got the John Deere LX172 in here to start working on it. But as you can see right there, I've already put a scuff in her. That's okay, it's meant to work. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna end this video now. I'm gonna go get the barbecue ready. It's almost 4 p.m. Sunday, and we're barbecuing some pork steak and kielbasa tonight. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're still here, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below and let me know if you liked it or not. Thanks a million, everyone. We'll see you on the next video.